Hello, welcome to Anime Mystics. I'm Roman, and tonight I am watching The Seven Deadly Sins, Season 2, Episode 17. So, last episode, Diane and Matrona made it to the. Oh god, what was the name of that city? Anyway, they made it to the location of where this tournament is supposed to be taking place, only to find a labyrinth, basically. It's got a bunch of traps in it and like all kinds of different things to keep people. Well, basically to allow the best of the best to make it through. Um, Diane and Matrona end up getting separated. Um, there were apparent hallucinations running around. Illusions, basically. One of them was Matrona's kids. So while Diane was not paying attention and Matrona saw them, she walked off towards them. Diane, I think I keep calling her Diana, it's Diane, ended up going a different way, thinking that she would run into her, but didn't. Instead, she ended up walking into Hawk and Elizabeth. Because she doesn't remember them, she doesn't trust them. But she's not being too mean. She's not too happy with Elizabeth since she's a princess of Leones or Leonis, and since the knights from there almost killed Matrona, she doesn't like her. At least for now. A little later on, when Elizabeth helps her out, because she walks into this like body of water that ends up having these giant leeches in them. And they're starting to crawl up her leg, and Diane's freaking out. Elizabeth runs over there and starts pulling them off, basically saving her, quote unquote. Diane is pretty happy, thankful for that, and so considers her a friend now. And they are attacked by this creature from underground, which Hawk eats, and then becomes that creature. Apparently, when he eats something like that has some kind of magical properties, he can take on its form and also whatever abilities it has. Basically, this thing can, dig underground, so he's able to dig underground. But then the mother shows up, or I guess it's the mother, much larger, starts chasing them all. I forget who ends up killing it. I think it was Gil Thunder and Hauser that end up defeating it. It might have been a team effort, all of them together. And they show around the labyrinth other fighters dealing with it. The same creature. Not the one that Diane and them are fighting, but, the same kind of creature. But there's like a bunch of them all over the place. And one guy was able to defeat it by himself. Meliodas was able to defeat his, and then ran into Ban. They're pretty much back on good terms. Meliodas wasn't really angry at him anyway, but Ban felt like he should have been. But he's over it right now. They're working together, and they were able to get to Diane, Elizabeth, Hawk, Gil, and Hauser. And then they were able to cut through another section of the labyrinth to actually get to the center, where Matrona, Gauther, and a few others that we don't know were located, along with the two commandments that are running this tournament. Now, past last episode, I don't know what's going to happen. That was the last section I read in the manga. After that, I ended up stopping. I forget why, but I ended up stopping. It wasn't because I wasn't enjoying the manga. It was, I don't know. I think I started reading something else, and that took up more of my time. I can't remember what it was, but yeah, that happens to me all the time. Sometimes I'll start watching an anime, and then I'll start watching something else, and then I'll just completely forget about the last one I was watching. Same with manga. I'll start reading something, and then I'll see something else that looks interesting and start reading that, and then that takes up all my time, and I completely forget about what manga I was reading. So, yeah, that might have been what happened. But anyway, I'm looking forward to this episode. Let's see what's going to happen, because it's all going to be new to me. So the video is going to be located over here, and the link to the reaction is going to be in the description down below. And we're going to start this episode in 3, 2,